Hey, yo. Hey. Okay. All right. What's up, y'all? I am out here by the lake. I'm just looking at my shirt here. It kind of looks funny. I don't know why it looks like that, but by the lake, it's the nicest day of the year so far. It was like 80 something degrees today, and I had to work. But I got out in time to still, enjoy the weather and stuff. So it's been beautiful out here, and I've done a lot today after work. It's been a busy day. The warmest day of the year, of course, is going to be busy, but I didn't forget about you. Of course I didn't. I couldn't. How could I forget about you? Like, you're so precious to me. Valuable. So, thank you for being here. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Like, I cherish you. Yo, you saw how my phone just dropped like that? The fuck, nigga? Alright, my bad. Okay. But anyways, so. Alright, I think we're good now. Okay. I just wanted to come. You guys know we're still talking about, things unknown. And trying to dive deep. We are diving deep into this. And so I'm just right now, I'm building a structure. I'm giving you all these different angles of ways that you can look at it, because there's so many ways, and we're not done, okay? There's so much more. The foundation, it's the foundation. So, I don't know who's giving me likes, but thank you. I can't see who you are, but I saw those hearts, so thank you. I really appreciate it. Oh my God. Okay. I'm out by the lake, and I still got my seatbelt on, but I'm out here by the lake, y'all, and I just saw the cutest dog. Like, I love dogs, and I love cats, and it's just a good time. Anyways, okay, let me get back to it, right? Before I jump into the topic, you guys know, I'm just sharing what's going on. You see this little thing right here? Ding, ding, ding. That is my guitar, okay? I am about to go to this bar called Marcy's, and it's open mic tonight, so I'm gonna go down there, I'm gonna play my guitar, and I'm gonna sing, and it's gonna be a good time. I've done it before, so I'm not worried about my nerves, but those things always get in the way. It's more so if the nervousness is not playing. The nervousness is, am I gonna remember my own lyrics? Which I think I'll be okay, but it's what it is. We're gonna ride this wave, and if we forget, I'm gonna do what I learned from somebody else, where you just play along, okay? So we know the notes, and we're just gonna play along. But yeah, that's some fun for later tonight. Right now, we want to talk about the unknown some more. We're getting deeper, right? We're talking about the potential that you have and uncapping that, okay? Because I think that it's important, right? It's important to know what you're capable of. And I want to just, off of saying that, I want to let you know that you, my bro, you're capable of a lot more than you think that you are. You can do a lot more than you think you are. You can. And I want to give you this example because it was given to me multiple times last year. There's a man, I don't know his name. There's a man who, okay, I'm going to just tell you his story a little bit. And somebody knows what I'm talking about. So if you know what I'm talking about, comment down below and let me know. Like, what's his name? And, if you feel like sharing more of his story. But there's a man who, like, he went through a period of time where I think his wife was going crazy, or she passed away or something, and he was grieving, and it was a very painful moment for him. And in order for him to grieve, like to deal with that grief, what he did was he either I think he was running in extreme weather circumstances. And I think the extreme weather circumstances was it was really fucking cold. And so he would be running without a shirt on. Or I think there was even a time where he like plunged himself under like some cold ass water for a long period of time, and where he held his breath, and he would pretty much just put himself through extreme circumstances with his body in extreme weather circumstances. So like whether it was running in cold ass winter while it's fucking snowing, or I'm pretty sure he ran through a couple states just continuously, just ran. I'm sure he stopped and like took a nap or fell asleep or something, but yeah, he ran through I don't know how many states it was, but he ran through states. And then like I said, there was points and times where he would just submerge himself in ice cold, freezing fucking cold water, and he would just be sitting there taking it. And so I'm saying all of that, and I'm sharing that story with you because that man that we're talking about, he's like an elderly man. He was like, had to be in his 50s or no, like 60s or 70s, I'm gonna say, something like that. And he was, what the fuck was that? Okay, sorry. he was dealing with that for quite a while. I mean, he was doing that for, like, he was pretty much like training his body to the extreme. That was the only way that he knew how to handle to cope with his grief, the grief of the loss of his wife. And I'm pretty sure he won some kind of world record off of that. But the story is amazing because, like I said, he put his body at that old of an age through extreme circumstances that you wouldn't think that, especially at that age, that you could do. Like running through, I don't think it was all 50 states, but it could have been all 50 states. He ran through all the states in extreme cold weather with his shirt off. Like, probably not all 50 states in cold weather, because I don't think all 50 states get the cold, but you know what I mean. He ran for long distance of time. There's a story where he ran for a long distance of time and he didn't have his shirt on, and it was like fucking snowing like a blizzard outside, and he was just running. And he did, I don't know, I really can't tell you if it was miles or what, but he was out there for a while doing that. Like I said, he won a fucking award, but that was physically pushing his body to the extreme. And just what we can do physically, not only physically, y'all, this mind, okay? I'm pretty sure I told you, like, we're always going to go back to the mind, because although the physical and the spiritual are important, they are so fucking important. If you don't take care of this mind, all the rest is just, it's like whitewashed. Like for real. Like, it's not conducive. I'm gonna use that word. It's like, yeah, you might be able to physically get some shit. Like, you can have a bunch of stuff, right? And maybe you might even consider yourself connected with God because you go to church every Sunday. But what happens Monday through Saturday? throughout the week? How are you talking to yourself Monday through Saturday throughout the week? And how are you staying in connection with God Monday through Saturday? You just go on Sundays. And also, like I said, you might have a bunch of stuff, or you might be in the most physically fit, but how are your relationships? How are your relationships? And can you trust the people that you have in your life? Because whether you believe it or not, there are people in this world that you should be able to trust. You're supposed to be able to trust. If you feel like you can trust the closest people in your life, you know what you're doing? You're living in survival mode, because you have to watch over your shit 24/7. You can't trust nobody. You can't just relax and be calm and be yourself. You know, you gotta constantly look over your shoulder. That's survival mode. So that's why, you know, it's important that you gotta take care of this. So we circle back around this, why this is important. And when I'm talking about uncapping your, what did I say? Your, dang, what's the word that I just said? I'm sorry, I got distracted by these motorcycles and then the word just left. You're uncapping your potential. That's what I was saying. But not only your potential, there's a lot that you gotta uncap. You can't just uncap your potential. You can't uncap your limitations. Well, that's what you want to do, uncap your limitations. But how do you do that? By uncapping your fears, diving deeper into those fears. Okay, we're actually going to talk about your fears tomorrow. Okay, and it's gonna be a lot. So that's actually not gonna just be one video. It's gonna be a couple videos. But so when we're talking about uncapping your fears, though, that includes your limitations. That includes your judgments, your presumed judgments. That includes your assumptions. And your judgments, your assumptions, and your limitations. So, excuse me, when we're talking about the limitations, though, these are the things that you say, like, okay, let's do an example. When we're talking about your limitations and uncapping that, right? I don't know. I just looked at myself and my eyes freaked me out for a second. So, like, this recording on this camera is weird. That freaked me out. But you're talking about your limitations, right? Okay, let's say I want to go to the beach today. It's so nice outside, but I don't have anything to wear. And when you're saying, okay, I'm talking about women, right? When you're saying that you don't have anything to wear, you got like fucking 5 pieces in there that you can wear. But they're not the idea of what you want. And they're old news. You've already worn them before. And you just don't know how to make it. You just like, I don't have anything to wear. And so because you think that you don't have anything to wear, that's your limitation. You can't go out because you don't have anything to wear. Even though you have something to wear, you don't. Because that's your limitation, you limited yourself from going out, which going out to the beach like you originally wanted is nice outside. I want to go out. That was a spark of inspiration. That was also I don't think I mentioned this yesterday, but when you talk about your imagination, inspiration is birthed in that imagination. As you're imagining things, right? You're being inspired to pull those things from out here, from in here, and then, create them out here. And so when we're talking about your limitations, you got that spark of inspiration. It's nice outside. I want to go to the beach. That was a spark of inspiration. but I don't have any clothes. The but, okay? I don't have anything to wear. That was the limitation. Now, you could have, from that spark, this is why, from that spark, whatever happened, whatever was going on at the beach, there could have been something deeper there for you. Something for you to take from, someone you could have met that, could give an equal give and take, or, maybe, I don't know, literally anything could have happened at the beach. Something that you needed that you didn't know, or, of course, something that you knew that you needed could have been, like, say, I don't know, you need let's say you needed a place, or maybe you're looking for something like a basketball or something, and you got the inspiration to go to the beach just to have fun and, hang out either by yourself or with your friends, but you don't have any clothes, so you didn't go. But if you would have went, even without limiting yourself with new clothes, whatever you was wearing, or wear any of those 5 pieces that you got in your closet, maybe you would have found that basketball that you was looking for. Okay, this was a weird analogy, because why would you look for a basketball when you're trying to dress all nice at a beach? But you get what I'm saying. Like, there's the potential that you would have found what you were looking for at that beach, or something else that you didn't know that you needed, like say, like communication or something, like some certain communication, something that you needed to hear. Okay, you would have not gotten that because you didn't want to go. I hope that makes sense. I feel like I'm starting to over-explain that, mansplain. I feel like I'm starting to mansplain that, so we're gonna go on to the next one. That's you holding your limitations, right? So your judgments, though, these are your when I'm talking about judgments, like, this is you judging people, you judging an environment, you judging a color, whatever. You just got this attitude towards something and let's talk about judgment, where it comes from, right? A lot of times your judgment is coming from, it's like an attitude or a way of approaching something or someone based off of a past experience or what someone else has told you. So that's you. Okay, so like we're gonna do 2 examples, right? Let's say that you're a person that dislikes accents because of whatever happened to you in your past. Let's say in your past you were riding on a train next to this man with an accent, and it started off as a good conversation, but you were having such a hard time understanding what he was saying that you thought that he was okay, we're gonna go extreme, because we like the extreme. You thought he was a friendly person, but then actually he was not a friendly person, and he tried to do something bad to you. Okay, so because of that experience with the man with the accent, now every person that you run into with an accent, you're automatically judging them as a bad person, right? And maybe it's a specific accent, like let's just goddamn use Spanish, because that's the second most used language. And so maybe it's a Spanish accent, right? And so every time you hear a Spanish accent, whether you're at work, whether you're in the grocery store, whether you're just trying to chill with some friends, anytime you hear a Spanish accent, you get triggered into reacting instead of acting. And then you just judging a person based off of a similar quality of a previous experience that was not good the Okay, or let's use an example of this is a classic fucking example, and this is the only one that I can think of, right? Let's use the example of, like, you know, how a lot of, I'm just gonna say a lot of, at least, okay, I don't want to offend nobody, but I just have to say what I have to say. So if you get mad, I don't give a fuck, okay? You can just click off of this video. If you're mad, do not waste your fucking precious fingertips typing, because I really just don't give a fuck. Like, go somewhere else, okay? So, so let's use the most classic example, right? Let's say, like, you're a white child, raised by white people, and all you hear them talking about whenever you have, like, a black friend or you're around black people, they're talking about how ghetto and how dirty or how ratchet or how loud and how annoying and how they don't take care of their things and how they don't respect you or don't respect themselves and whatever the fuck that people, whatever these racist ass people talk about. And they're judging all black people on these presumptions. I guess this is judgment and assumptions together, because that's what it is. So they're judging all black people off of these assumptions of what a black person is, based off of whatever fucking off of what they know, what they think is real, right? And so the more you hear that, you know, you're being raised by that. The more you hear it, of course you're gonna fucking believe it. Those are your fucking close family and friends or whatever. So it's something you hear repetitively, you're gonna start saying it too. You're gonna start believing it too. And that is you judging somebody or something off of what you heard and not actually doing your own research, because, you know, that's what you were raised by, whatever. So, like I said, we're gonna dive into fears more later, but I just gotta cover this. And I think I already covered assumptions, because, like I said, that kind of goes with your judgments, because your judgments, especially like when you're judging a mass collective, like, say, okay, we'll use this example, like, say you are afraid of dogs because when you were like fucking 5 years old, you got attacked by a dog, and the dog didn't actually hurt you, but it jumped on you, and in your eyes it was scary. It was a scary moment. Well, now you judged all dogs, you don't fuck with dogs, and any time that you come around a dog, you become emotionally reactive. And I think I've already told you, anytime that you become emotionally reactive with something, that thing is controlling you. You don't got no control. Okay? So that dog, every dog is controlling you now. And there's that limitation now. Now, because you are afraid of dogs, it's limited with who you can hang out with. Like, if you got any friends that have dogs, you won't go and deeper that connection with your friends because you're afraid of the dog. And whatever, okay? I feel like I'm just going to give that one example. And so when we're talking about uncapping the fear, what we're talking about is what I'm going to talk deeper on tomorrow, which is questioning yourself. Well, why am I afraid? That's when why am I afraid of dogs? That's when you're gonna pull up the memories that maybe they're fucking scary ass memories. Maybe they're dark memories. Maybe if you're in a situation like how I was, they're memories that you fucking buried deep, and it's really fucking hard to access those memories unless you're triggered. Okay? If that's the thing for you, because that was definitely the thing for me, I'm gonna say it, you're gonna have to fucking trigger yourself. That's the only way that you're gonna access those memories. You have to trigger yourself, and then when you're triggered, you have to question in that moment, why am I reacting this way? What is causing it? Because that trigger, there's a reaction to a pattern from an old experience. And so when you're triggered, you're going to be pulled back to that experience. And then, so everything's going to be laid out right there. That's the fucking fastest way to uncap your fears, at least in my experience. It's not the easiest, okay? You got to have some fucking balls. I don't have balls, okay? But I had a desire to become a better person by figuring out why I was the way I was. And so, I mean, you can have that desire too, or you can have the desire to just whatever your desire is, but as long as your desire is trying to become a better person, you got to figure out what's holding you back. What is the gap between you, where you are now, and the person that you want to become? What's holding you back from becoming the person that you want to be? And I know it's not easy. I said it's not easy, but you got to do what you got to do. And the more that you fight it, just because you decided that you want to be somebody else, the more that you fight it, the harder it's going to be. Because it wasn't just you decided that you wanted to be someone else. Like, I'm talking to people who know, right? You know that the situation that you are in right now is not where you're meant to be long term. You know that you're supposed to get more. You know that there is more in this world for you in this life. And you're trying your hardest to get to that route, right? So that's man, I'll be honest, okay? I gotta be honest for a second. So I told you I'm out by the lake, right? Y'all see them people behind me? I'm out by the lake, and this is not the first time that I've recorded in public, but this is the first time that it's not the first time, but there's a lot of people that's walking past me right now. And there was like an older couple, and they were just like fucking staring me down just now. Like I'm trying my best to ignore everyone, but that kind of made me a little uncomfortable. So that distracted me. I apologize. But yeah, there goes another one. Another one bites the dust. Oh my god, bro. So if you do fucking videos, if you ever fucking recorded yourself in public, bro, just around people, you know my pain. Let's talk, because I know that I'm not the only one. It's not even pain. Like, honestly, I really could give two fucks, because, like, you don't know what the fuck I'm doing or talking about. Like, I don't care if you're staring at me, but also, why are you staring so hard? Like, it's just a little uncomfortable. We made eye contact. Like, okay, that's good. That's good eye contact. Prolonged eye contact. You know, like, it's good, but also, like, can I help you? Like, you got something to say? You got something to add, contribute, or like, what? You know, so it's just a little uncomfortable, but that's neither here or there. So I also, just really quickly before I end this, because I'm about to close out here, guys, I just really wanted to revisit what we talked about yesterday from your fantasy and your imagination, okay? Because, like, when we're talking, I pretty much broke down to you yesterday what the difference between fantasy and imagination is, right? So when we're talking about uncapping your fear, right? When you're fucking moving in fear and you're thinking with fear, you're gonna automatically think fantasies. Excuse me. You're thinking fantasies because, you know, these are things that, like I said yesterday, are impossible or improbable. And so it's like, I wish that this would look so nice if this could happen. But when you're thinking with your imagination and you're moving with your imagination, that's literally when the fucking cap has blown the fuck off, and you know, you have more accessible to you with your imagination than with fear. I mean, with your fantasy. With your fantasy is just the specific image, right? It's the specific way that things need to go, and it has to go this way for you, right? But when your imagination is running wild and, you know, is free, you have all this extra abundance of stuff, and then there's room for that to expand. And with all that fucking room, there's space for how it's gonna happen, you know, and you're able to actually pull that. You're able to see it and allow it to manifest into your life naturally, you know, without the fucking restrictions or the limitations that you have. Whenever there's fucking limitations, or you're talking about just like problems and limitations, right? There's always going to be like a hold up with your manifestation, because it's not free flowing. It's like rigid, right? It's rigid, so something's always like, and it's usually you that get in your own way, not anybody else. It's usually you, right? And you have to accept that I'm getting in my own way. But oh my god, this dog is so fucking cute. I want a dog so bad. But yeah, because your limitations, you're getting in your own way, and if things are rigid, you know that your manifestations may not play out like how you would wish them to. So I'm laughing because it's this big ass pit bull dog that just walked past me, and he is so gorgeous. But it's a boy, and this girl got him on a pink leash. Which, you know, that's fine, but it's like, it's kind of funny. Like, he's pulling hers. He's pulling hers, and she's just got this pink leash on him. Like, it's kind of funny. But anyways though, guys, you really want to know the difference between when you're fantasizing and when you're imagining, okay? When you're fantasizing, there's always going to be some kind of limit. There's limitation. There's always going to be something that's holding you from what you want, what your desires. It's like seeing the picture, but it's out of reach, right? Whereas your imagination, whilst your imagination's flowing, you can, like, literally, it's almost like you can pluck that bitch right out from fucking your mind into reality. You guys, I want to give you the best, I don't know if I said this yesterday, but the best example that I can think of when you're talking about your imagination is, you know, when a child is playing outside, like say they're playing pirate or something, they really think, like, the kid really thinks, they really see it for themselves, that they're in a boat, they got a knife, they got the fucking eye patch, their eye is gone, they got the fucking ARG, like, you know, like, they're out here fighting whatever, other pirates, looking for booty, not literal booty, but, you know, like money, you know, or gold, or whatever pirates look for. Like, they're actually out here doing that, and they think, like, in that moment, they are a pirate, okay? And this the same with our imagination. Like, when you're imagining something, like, say for me, I'm gonna give you an example for me, right? In a couple minutes here, a few minutes, maybe even about an hour, a few minutes to an hour, I am about to get on the stage, and I am imagining for myself, I am imagining me up on the stage performing. Like, I'm performing, and I am a performer in this moment. But that's in the future, right? That's not what's happening. I knew this fucking cop. I knew. Okay. This motherfucker slowed down, like, looking dead at me. Like, I thought he was about to pull over, but he didn't pull over. He looked like he was about to, but he didn't. So, I don't know. It was fucking weird. Well, if he pull over, guys, if he pulls over, we're catching it live, okay? We're catching this live, okay? This cop come and fucks with us. It's live, so he drove past me right now, so I'm gonna just let it go. He's not in our energy anymore. But man, that cop fucking stole my thought. He for real did. Oh, I was talking about, it's the same concept, just as if you were a child, imagining, it's the same idea. You have to let yourself, so it's like, oh, I was using myself as an example. So I'm not performing yet, and I've performed before, but I haven't performed this year yet. And so, like, my imagination, I'm seeing myself on the stage, and probably with my drink, I'm gonna give me like a little fucking something with tequila, because that's all I drink. And I'm gonna be up there with my fucking guitar, and I'm just picturing like the whole aesthetic, like, how I look, how my guitar looks, me playing, people listening. Like, I am a performer, and that's what's about to happen, right? So that's all that I have for you right now. And I hope that you take, if not anything from this video, if not anything from this live, I hope that you just take the whole idea of what's limiting you. What's limiting you? What are you judging? And what are your assumptions? And then how can you take those limits, judgments, and assumptions and grow past that? Okay? How do you uncap those limits, judgments, and assumptions? Okay? I've already told you what you need to do, so all you need to do is do it. Okay? Well, I'm gonna go rock on. Y'all have a great night. Bye.